I would like to venture into a part of our vocation as art and design educators that we really theorize or let alone converse about. It is an essential and indispensable part of the practice of teaching and evaluating creativity. Okay. I am, of course, talking about the difference between good and, for the sake of our discussion today, not so good art and design. While it is politically correct for us to agree that all art and design practices are inherently good and beautiful in and of themselves, the truth is that as educators, we teach and assess based on standards of exceptionalism and the beautiful, which are expressed through various rubrics and assessment guidelines. Besides having these rubrics that provide detailed demarcations of how we award high grades for good art and lower grades for not so good art and design, these hierarchies are also intrinsic in us as human beings. In this presentation, I would like to introduce what I call moomish aesthetics as a context-specific phrase for classifying art and design practices that are seen as not so good or do not meet our rubric for distinction level creativity. How do we theorize these art and design practices? What terms can we use to make sense of creativity that does not meet the standard, so to speak? It is necessary to start engaging in a discourse of the so-called ugly, which is not tied into racial binaries, misogynist judgmentalism, or classist nonsense. Yes, I mean that sincerely, classist nonsense. I, of course, have a vested interest in the discourse of the not so good. In my capacity as the chairperson of the Sasol New Signatures Art Competition since 2020, and I must say I loathe that title, chairperson. I would also prefer facilitator, but that's what they termed it. So in my capacity as chair of the competition, I am always found wanting during the feedback sessions after the regional judging round, which takes place at 7 collection centers in 6 provinces throughout the country. During these feedback sessions, there is a room packed with artists who are disappointed, disillusioned, and sometimes angry because their artwork did not make it into the final round. And they are eager to listen to and sometimes even record the feedback that I provide as to why the judges did not select their artworks. I always struggle to find the grammar to express some of the brutal and crass comments uttered by the judges during the closed adjudication process. I am unable to recant words like, "That was just shit," or "Gosh, that's a gruesome painting," or "That's just a bad drawing," or "This looks like a high school project," etc., etc. Terms which I'm sure some of you do use when looking at student work, but obviously never to the student directly. I fumble to find humane ways of telling the artist that their work was just not so good. I therefore hope to use this platform as a keynote speaker to preach about how we must bully better. Again, this in the theme of this conference is so important. How we must indeed bully better, open new pathways for a language and semantics of art and design practices that are undeniably considered not so good. I'm sensitive to the reality that these type of discussions are highly explosive, because by suggesting that we can create a discourse of the not so good, it creates an opportunity to cement and legitimize binary and exclusionary systems. However, my retort here would be that these boundaries between high and low art, great and weak design, are already in existence and are inherent in the very act of selection and omission that happens at art competitions, at art fairs, concern is what type of scholarship is being generated for the non-champions and the rejected artists.